Hey everybody, it's Kara at Mom Life. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss me live streaming the unassisted, now I'm saying independent birth of my fourth child, Molly Faye, in March. And I'm going to do a whole video of why I'm using my term independent birth instead of unassisted birth. But anyways, let's get started with my 29-week update. Alright, so first off, Happy New Year. And I know everybody does New Year's resolutions, and most of the time they're unrealistic goals that you set for yourself. But this year, right before Christmas, we started, right before Christmas, we started a gut healing journey because my son, he's 3, he has a bad reaction to gluten, my husband, my daughter, milk, and I had been learning, about gut healing, and we started the GAPS diet, and it has been amazing. There's so many improvements, so that's what we've been up to lately. And I just think if you're gonna make a New Year's resolution, why not do something, for your health, of course. And we eat all organic. I'm a natural mom, so if you could just do something as simple as, trying to eat all organic and see if you have any benefits from that, or cutting out processed food and cutting out sugar, because that's, like 3 or 4 years ago we started eating totally organic when my daughter was real little. And then we started when I noticed that my son had problems with gluten, and my husband, I really think my son has celiac, but he's not old enough to get tested yet. But anyways, when I realized gluten was a problem, we cut that out. And then about 6 months ago, I just totally cut out sugar. I loved organic sweet tea with lemon, and now all I drink all day long is lemon water, and I just love it. But I kept seeing benefits and after benefit of doing those things. And then I realized, everybody knows now that your gut is the brain of your body and responsible for your entire health. So I was like, well, we need to heal our gut. So we're doing the GAPS, and it's amazing. My kids are having normal bowel movements, and their behavior is so different. It's just like it's like having completely different kids. Like, my daughter was so clumsy, and I started to notice her. I started to wonder a little bit. Now she hasn't fallen at all. Her eyes not doing that. My son had never had a normal bowel movement, and he's just turned 3 in December. And now, normal bowel movement, they just are so happy, and it was hard to reason with him at times. And it's like night and day. So the GAPS diet is what we're doing. And that brings me to my craving of the week. Alright, let's see. Raw organic almond butter. This is an empty jar. My husband had to go get me another one last night because I'm just obsessed with it. Peanut butter ain't got nothing on this. This is so good. Been putting it on apples, and my kids love it. It is amazing. It's expensive. This was like $16, but definitely worth it. It's like a little treat. I guess more than a treat if this is my second jar in 2 days, but yeah, I love it. So let me see what else is going on. 29 weeks. Molly has been so active. I always say that, but she really is. She demands a lot of attention. Like, if my youngest, my 1-year-old, was sitting there and she kept hitting him because he had his little leg by her, and yeah, he was just by her in general, so she would just kick him and kick him and kick him, and he started messing with her, and they were like playing together. And then my husband had his hand on my stomach, and he was talking to her, and she would just get harder and harder and harder, just kicking him. And he was talking to her, and she was just like pushing through my stomach, and she just really already likes attention, like my other daughter. So my boys are really laid back, but I can tell this one, she's a force already. I can't wait to meet her. Like I said, she's due in March, and we are live streaming the birth because I believe that, birth is not a medical event. I believe that it doesn't have to be, it should not be feared and does not have to be painful. And I know you're like, oh, whatever, you know, you're going to scream like the rest of them. No, I'm not. And if you don't believe me, stay tuned, subscribe. March 14th is the due date. My other kids were born at 41 weeks, so maybe 41 weeks. And, you know, you just never know when they're coming. But whenever she's ready to come, I'm going to be hooking up the camera and live streaming the birth for you guys. Because I watched a lot of YouTube, because I was, you know, still had the fear, and it really made a difference, you know, even seeped into me, you know, subconsciously even, you know, seeing, you know, I saw a lot of people that were scared and saw some really great births, and, you know, you just have to override all the crap that we're fed in the movies and the horror stories we're told. So, yeah, you'll definitely have to watch that. Another thing I've noticed this week, my boobs are a lot fuller. Like my 1-year-old, we did baby-led weaning with him, and he, you know, he eats like a grown man. And he just stopped nursing. My other 2 kids nursed until they were 2 years and 4 months. And he, you know, he stopped, you know, was, what, 13 months, and I just couldn't believe it. I would be like, you know, please nurse, because I really enjoy it. I was looking forward to tandem nursing like I did with my first 2. He was just like, no, no. And he'd pull my shirt down. So he totally quit doing that. So my boobs kind of turned into like little flaps. But now this week they're getting fuller. So look better in a shirt. I got my organic sports bra on though right now. But anyways, that's something that I've noticed. Alright, what else? Something that I've been wanting to ask, and just every video, it just, you know, I get in front of the camera, the lights and everything, I'm absent-minded, very absent-minded. But I want to know about you guys. I want to know who's watching, you know. I don't hardly get any comments, you know. I got some subscribers, but I just want to know, you know, are you pregnant? Do you already have kids? First time mom, you know, what you're going through, what's your situation? Are you, you know, are you scared? Are you scared to give birth? You know, do you have that fear? You know, what's your birth plans? You know, what's your dream birth? You know, I'm ready to talk to some moms. Okay, back to New Year's resolutions. This was one thing, like me, I am so bad about, like, the house gets trashed. Like I said, I have 3 kids. The house gets trashed, and then, you know, I clean up, and then a couple days later, it's just trashed again, like a tornado went through it. You know, my kids, I'm not real strict about, oh, put that up and all, you know, I just let them, you know, be themselves. When I was a kid, you know, I didn't have very many toys or anything, so I took care of my stuff. They have so much stuff, and it's just everywhere all the time. And then, like, we have a rent house, so we had a old portable dishwasher, but it was like leaking rust, so I thought, well, you know, won't use that anymore, do dishes by hand, you know, it's faster or whatever. But I just tend to let them pile up, and I just have a problem of letting the house get really bad, then cleaning it. And that's what I'm going to work on this year. I want to be on top of things, and I just got to figure out a good way to do that. I feel like, you know, I spend a whole day cleaning, and, you know, my day is gone. But if I just did little bits at a time, I've seen some videos where moms will, like, set a timer for like 20 minutes or something, and like speed clean for 20 minutes, and, you know, I've heard, you know, doing 1 room a day and stuff. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure out something that'll work for me, you know, because I don't want the house to be a mess, and I don't want it to take time away from my kids. Like, you know, I work from home, so I get to be with them all day, and, you know, I don't want to be strict, you know, about making messes and stuff because they're kids, but I just want to find something that works. So you'll have to stay tuned and see how that goes for me. But I guess I'm going to go ahead and give you a belly shot of my 29-week baby bump. And don't forget, comment, people. I want to know who you are, if you're pregnant, how many kids you got, what's your situation, what you're going through, what you're scared of. Maybe I can help somebody before I actually give birth. I want to help moms and save babies, because the hospital is an awful place to give birth, and I'm thinking about doing a video about that. And stay tuned for a video about what you can do with your placenta, or what I did with my placenta. My last birth, which my first one was at a hospital, my second two were at a birth center, and like the last birth, the two birth center births, I used my placenta. The first one we did placenta encapsulation. The last birth I did placenta tincture, placenta print, and placenta smoothies. So I'm going to do a video all about that. So if you are interested in that, let me know. But here is my 29-week baby bump. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a happy new year and set realistic goals. Get healthy, eat organic, cut out the sugar, cut out the processed foods, and enjoy yourself. See you later.